Horacio Quiroga Forteza was an Uruguayan writer. He was born in 1878 in Salto, the sixth child of Prudencio Quiroga, head of the Argentine Vice-Consulate, and Pastora Forteza. He attended the National College and the Polytechnic Institute of Montevideo. In 1901, Quiroga was trying to assist his friend Federico Ferrando by cleaning his gun before a duel, when Quiroga accidentally shot Ferrando in the mouth and killed him. He was eventually exonerated. Feeling guilt over Ferrando's death, he moved to Argentina, where in 1903 he became professor of Castilian at the British School of Buenos Aires. He tried to farm cotton on land bought in the jungle of Misiones with the last of his inheritance, but this venture failed. He would buy another farm in Misiones later, marrying Ana Maria Cires, a former student of his, and the couple would move into the jungle. His relationship to his children was described as stern and dictatorial. His volatility made his wife depressed and caused her to poison herself with mercury 2 chloride, dying after 8 days of agony in 1915. He then moved back to Buenos Aires to become Under-Secretary General Accountant in the Consulate of Uruguay. In 1927 he married Maria Elena Bravo, a friend of his daughter 30 years his junior. In 1937, after suffering from inoperable prostate cancer, he killed himself by drinking cyanide while in hospital in Buenos Aires. Quiroga became quite famous as a short story writer. We will review the 2013 re-release of the 1976 The Decapitated Chicken and Other Stories. In The Feather Pillow, Alicia has married the titanic, forceful Jordan, but soon, despite his best efforts, she begins to get weaker and weaker until the inevitable gruesome climax and final revelation. Sunstroke concerns a group of dogs observing their owner as, on the way to pick up a new plow, he gets disoriented, winds up in the weeds, and, suffering a sunstroke, dies after the dogs confuse him for death itself. The pursuit has the narrator, Quiroga himself, visit his friend, the Argentine writer Leopoldo Lugones, who tells him of the persecution mania of a certain Diaz Velez. Horacio follows Velez, catching the same persecution mania besetting him, before he is cured when he sees Velez gone mad at his house, running around naked screaming for water. The Decapitated Chicken, being one of the best stories, concerns the couple of Mazzini and Ferraz, who had given birth to 4 sons, each soon gripped with incurable permanent idiocy. Then they finally have a daughter, but the 4 mindless, neglected elder children notice how the maid bled a chicken earlier, and so drag their little sister screaming into the kitchen. A slap in the face has a worker in a lumber camp tied to a mast and whipped for misbehaving by Corner, his superior. So he stalks Corner, cuts off one of his fingers, and chases him with a whip into a boat, casting it offshore to make him drown. In Juan Darien, maybe the best story in the book, a woman loses her son but finds a young tiger cub which she suckles. Then a talking serpent turns the cub into a boy, but after her death the people of the village suspect Juan of being a tiger, and at the command of an animal tamer strip him naked, sick dogs at him inside of a cage, and then burn him by blowing up his body with fireworks. But he returns as a tiger. The dead man has a man clear out his banana grove, fall on his machete and die, refusing to believe he is doing so. Anaconda is a bit of an overlong tale of a bunch of serpents conspiring to kill the humans come to harness their venom for their anti-venom institute, before almost all of them die except the anaconda, which has an entire sequel story devoted to it that is not included in the book and appears to never have come out in English.